Carol, how you doing? Can you hear me?
How are you, Ken?
Good. Doing my sound check.
Okay, it's working.
You hear me okay?
Yep. Hi, Kelly.
Hey, guys.
We should be able to make fast work at tonight's meeting, I would hope.
Hey, Bob.
Hello, everybody. This time I printed out and I found the printout before the meeting. Last time I printed out before and I got shuffled into a pile of papers on my desk. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, Bob.
Is Will there?
Yeah, he's here.
Oh, okay. Hey, Will.
Yeah.
If Webster's currently 2009 IRC, right?
No, 2015.
Oh, okay. I got confused. I went on the website and looked. And I thought I saw that. I might be getting it mixed up with Richmond Heights, but I think they still might be 2009.
I think there still may be some old references on our website that we are in the process of updating.
Okay.
Takes a while to track them all down.
Yeah. Well, no, I know, because someone asked me and I'm like, I think they're 2015, but then I think I did find something on the, and that's why, thanks for clarifying.
Yeah, if you click on some of the ordinance information, it still leads you to 09.
I think that's what I saw. Okay. Hi, Tracy.
Hey, how's it going?
Great.
Good.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Hello.
How
How you doing?
Doing well.
Good, 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 good.
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I think I'm just going to change my middle initial to Z. Zoom, Emerson Z. Smith. So many Zoom meetings. But I think this is going to be the standard from now on. I don't think meetings are going to be like they used to be.
Yeah. Cut down on the travel time.
Mm-hmm.
Gas, save all that money.
Yeah, honestly, but when I was working, I guess I had about 4 meetings I went to a year. Although they were in Las Vegas, I was getting a lot of swag from the vendors. So I missed the swag.
They'll have to FedEx the swag now.
Yeah.
All right. I guess everyone's here for our pre-meeting. Angela's joined us, so we have a few projects to discuss, but it looks like 1 through 9 are pre-approved. So next one on the list is 538 Olive Court. And
I was approved as submitted on this, so I don't know what the comments are.
I was just asking about if there's any opportunity for Windows, if they wanted to add any.
Yeah, they did put 2 dormers on it. I'd call that their civic duty.
I just had a couple of suggestions. One would be to help better coordinate the house and the garage, if they would consider adding trim to the garage that's similar to the sided areas on the house, and also consider adding grills to the windows that are similar to the house.
The north arrow might be wrong too, either on the site plan or on the floor plans.
Yeah, I saw that. I believe that the north arrow is correct on the site plan, and they just somehow got reversed on the floor plans.
Yeah, because I was wondering if that door wanted to come out towards the side or towards the yard.
That was another question I had. I thought maybe they had a specific reason for that door. It seemed like they might be kind of dumping themselves out into some, like a lawn area that's really in close proximity to the property line, but perhaps they had some thoughts in mind about that.
Yeah.
They're questioning why the door's on that side of the garage. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, they could certainly have it there if they want to. It just doesn't look like it might be a very convenient location.
It might be a mistake and they meant to put it on the other side. I don't know.
Yeah, my only comment was on the trim, corn or trim, which like Pete and Carol to match the house. All right. Well, that takes care of 538 Olive Court. We have 726 landscape, which is preliminary. And I think because it's preliminary, we basically have to meet to discuss and before we can even decide if we want to move it to a vote. So comments from Carol?
I just had a couple of things that they might want to consider. It's not requirements. If they wanted to consider perhaps adding another window in the master bath on the left elevation, and then maybe a new larger window on the garage, since they're going to be re-siding it. It looks like it just has one really tiny window on the side. And then also to, if they would consider stopping the faux veneer more at the level of the porch and not extending it all the way up to the dining room windows. Those are just, suggestions, not anything.
Can you repeat your last one? I didn't quite get it.
That faux veneer, the stone veneer on the front of the house,
yeah.
If they would consider stopping that at an even level all the way across the front of the house, like at the level of the front porch, rather than raising it up in that one location all the way up to the bottom of the dining room windowsill.
Okay, I get it. I would agree.
I had the same comment on the master bath window. If there was an opportunity to add that, thought it might help break up that siding on that side. And then I was curious about the material of the front steps.
Right, Angela?
I don't really have anything else. I don't have anything to add, I guess.
Okay.
Actually didn't notice the stone, what Carol said, but I agree with that. The stone is kind of
Trying too hard.
looks sort of, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at the stone and I thought, well, if you're gonna do that, wouldn't you return it on the porch to the wall next to the door? That's what I wasn't sure about, but I could see it either way, bringing it down so it's level, or if you were gonna do it it's kind of that same thing. If they're going to return it on the right a few feet, you would want to do it when you come with the height. I don't know.
And I thought on the porch side where they killed it, kind of made sense to me. So.
Right at the porch. I don't
know. Kind of one or the other, not
right.
Sort of in between.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of returning stuff 2 feet, pretending to sided the whole house anyway. So.
Yeah. I think it looks a lot better than, you know, an inch on the side. My only other comment was, did they consider a window in the kitchen? And I was looking, that wasn't really a, you know, just a question. Ken, did you have anything else on this one?
No, I don't.
Okay. All right.
You know, I did want to disclose one thing, that the contractor building this house is a buddy of mine. He called me, and he called me to talk about this, and I'm not going to recuse myself. I said, you can say anything you want to me, but I can't say anything about the project. So just want to come clear on that. So.
Okay. Then we have another preliminary, which is 300 Greeley. Ken, any comments on this one?
Nope. Oh. This one's kind of anonymous. It doesn't really say who the owner is or who's the builder or anything, does it? Not that it matters.
Yeah. How about you, Angela? Do you have any comments?
Well, I actually appreciate all the windows in the house. You know, it seems like there's quite a few, but it's kind of looking it for, I don't know, I was thinking maybe they could add like a band board. I don't know if anyone, if anyone agrees with that, but it feels like just right there at the second floor, it could come around at the roof line. I mean, at the porch deck, whatever it's called there, bring it around, and it would kind of break up that the sides there a bit. And then
that porch structure, I don't know what elevation you put it at, it gets clumsy colliding into it. So.
I'm sorry, Ken, I couldn't understand you.
The porch roof being what it is, that thing's just going to kind of collide with the porch, the front elevation and the side elevation, isn't it? Like on the left side, you're not talking about the porch beam carrying out.
No, actually at the rear, the covered part at the rear on like the right elevation on the right side, you know, they show sort of a band or it looks, or whatever it is that's above the two windows in the door.
I'd be concerned that doesn't become kind of a near miss in the front elevation and also on the left side when it's the porch. I mean, I'm fine without any band borders, I guess, where I am.
I was kind of had a similar thought that a band board might help, but you know, as far as a logical location for it, I mean, even at the first floor level, it might help add some interest, you know, to the sides and to the rear. That just, you know, maybe something we can talk with them about.
You're talking about a band board at the top of the foundation, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that, and I assume this is vinyl siding. I don't know how you put that vinyl in at an angle like that, but I would opt to do a band board at the first floor, if anything. That's at least safe.
Yeah, I'm not talking about an angled band board. I'm just talking about one's consistently all the way around. Yeah, at the.
To get rid of that angle vinyl thing, which again, it's like they're trying too hard. So make the suggestion if they go along with that, I'd support it.
And just another consideration is at the front porch roof, on the side to the left side, it sort of has that extension that turns into a wing that doesn't really terminate anywhere. You know, I was wondering if they would consider just stopping that front porch roof on that side, just flush with that left side wall, and then maybe just eliminating that little return on the right side of the porch that comes across the front of their tall vertical element. That might just kind of clean things up a little bit. But
yeah, I wasn't even sure about on the front, those little tuck on unders on the gable. I don't know.
They don't really have a dimension on that porch. I'm trying to figure out about how deep it is.
I think I had a comment about bedroom 2 having a window.
Porch roof back off the front elevation and then tuck it in on the side would be the best look. I don't think it's not that deep a porch. I don't know if we're going to give up any space.
Well, I'm not talking about giving up space.
No,
I'm just talking about the extensions on the sides of the front porch. The
so you're saying leave the wall the way it is and just bring the roof back flush with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, guys, we're at 5:30, so.
Yeah. All right, so we'll discuss that. Welcome everyone to the ARB meeting. We just finished our work session. So with tonight with Ken Burns, Angela Thompson, Tracy Collins, Carol Dunke, and Bob Buckman, myself, the volunteer architects, and we have Emerson with us with City Council and Kelly and Will with City. First item of business are review and approval of the March 18th meeting minutes. 4 of us that attended are all here. Do I have a motion on the March 18th minutes?
I actually have a question on the vote on item 1. Was that 3 in favor and 1 opposed? Was that was my recollection, but I couldn't say absolutely for sure.
I don't have the documentation up here with me right now. I mean, I would have to go down and grab usually I double check that, but I mean, we can table this and you know, I'll recheck it and bring it back next meeting if you if you feel like it needs a check.
It was just a question that I had, and I didn't know if anybody else had a similar recollection. We're just
on 54 Mason.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
It was.
Yeah. Carol, I'll double check it and we'll just bring this back next meeting and we'll, you know, no problem.
Okay.
Voting it then. Okay.
Yeah. Sounds good. All right. We will table that. All right. Moving on then, we have a number of pre-approvals. So when I ask for a motion, I just ask you reference what was mailed earlier to us all. If there's any comments to be included in the motion. The first one is 604 Bonita. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve 604 Bonita with the understanding that it will be per the amended elevation submitted on 3/30/21.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Okay, that's approved. Next, we have 501 Greeley. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve 501 Greeley with the clarification that the visible portion of the wall, the egress wall window, will be Versalock, and the existing light fixture above that new window will be removed.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Greeley is approved. Next, we have 333 Spring. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve 333 Spring as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Spring is approved. Next, we have 1322 Selma. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve 1322 Selma as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Okay, Selma is approved. Next, I have 733 Yale. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve 733 Yale with a clarification that all windows will be replaced with 1/1 double hungs.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Okay, Yale's approved. Next, we have 554 Summit. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion to approve 554 Summit as submitted with the clarification that the steps and the railings will be designed to meet code.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? That's approved. Next, we have 31 West Drake. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve 31 West Drake with the clarification that the new windows will be 1/1 double hungs and that the windows on the front of the house are not being replaced at this time and the steps will meet current code.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? All right, Drake is approved. 436 Honeysuckle is next. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve 436 Honeysuckle with the clarification that the area below the deck will be closed with lattice.
Second.
Okay.
Thanks. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Honeysuckle's approved. And then we have number 8, Old Westbury. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve 8 Old Westbury with the clarification that everything above the concrete slab will be new construction. Sills will match the existing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, that does it for the pre-approvals. We have one more normal one and then the 2 preliminaries. So the first one is 538 Olive Court. Is there someone online to speak with us on that project?
Anyone else?
Is Bob Berkeley not online? He told me he was going to be here.
I don't see him yet, but this is not his project yet.
Oh, Olive Court? I'm sorry, I apologize.
Yeah. Okay, Mike.
Welcome, Mike.
Robert has his hand raised.
I see it.
Oh, and Robert, okay.
No, I was just saying I'm here. I'm sorry, but that wasn't my job.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Yeah, you can take your hand down.
All right. So 538 Olive Court, Mike.
Yes.
Okay, well, welcome. I think we had a comment or two.
Yes, I got him right here.
All right.
One was a clarification of why the door's on the side it's on. If you could just explain it.
Well, it was a homeowner's request to put it in that location.
Fine.
If you guys would like it to the other side, I could, you know,
No.
talk to her and him about that.
We were just curious.
There's a little bit of confusion just because the north arrows were, I think either the plan or the site plan is wrong. And we think the site plan might be correct. So just didn't want to make sure that that thing was spinning, or, you know, I think that was kind of leading to the question too. Orientation. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, we can correct that north arrow. And then I know I was going through all the plan details and questions. I know windows getting added in. You know, I could suggest that to the homeowner. I always like windows. So, I mean, I would agree with that too, but there's always a cost, I guess, implication to that.
I made the comment before, they're spending the money on 2 dormers on the roof. I'm not going to eat them up over some windows, additional windows.
Exactly. And they were trying to match the house. There's you know, a few houses in that neighborhood on the left and right, and they were trying to mimic that garage style. And that's why we kind of came up with this design. And we can add trim into that too, to make it look better and match the house a little bit better. That's not a problem at all too.
And then another item about coordinating the house and the garage was if you would consider adding grills to the windows. It looked like most of the house windows had grills. That's not a requirement. It was just a suggestion to kind of blend the house and the garage design a little bit more.
I don't think that's a problem at all. I mean, the windows, they'll be about the same price even with the grills in there. So I don't think that's an issue at all, as long as the homeowner's okay with that.
Okay.
All right. Anything else from the board? All right, so it sounds like the trim we're good with, and then whether or not you add the grills, you'll double check with the homeowner.
I don't think that's a problem at all. I think that'll look a lot better too. That's a great suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just ask you this real quick, Mike. Do you want us to make the motion to have an option to add additional windows? That way the owner wouldn't be required to, but if they decide that they would like to, they would be able to do that without coming back to the board.
Yes, I would like to do that for sure.
Okay. Is everybody okay with that?
I'm fine with it. All right. With that, do I have a motion on 538 Olive Court?
Make a motion to approve 538 Olive Court with the understanding that trim will be added to the garage that will be similar to the trim on the sided areas of the house, and that there will be grills added to the garage window to match the house windows, and there is an option to add windows to the garage.
Second.
Correct. And the garage doors, I was going to ask about that real quick. Did you want those to have glass in them? Is that what you want to see more detail, or?
I didn't have a comment about that. I don't know if anyone else did.
Yeah, there's a comment on here too. And I know I was just going to ask, you know, what type of door would you guys like to see in that area? We wanted to mimic the other garages around, you know, the other houses or residences. We'd probably go with some look like that, but I just wanted to bring that up.
Yeah, your elevation calls for a row of glass windows in the garage doors, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know that any of us have a problem with that.
Yeah, we do have glass in the garage doors right now.
Yeah, I think that's fine with me if everybody else is okay.
Yeah, glass in the garage doors is great.
I agree.
Yeah, actually, I'm sorry. So I did make a comment about that because I was just kind of curious what exactly garage doors would look like. But if they just look like basic doors, I mean, it shows that they'll have one row of glass. I assume is what you're talking about. And then they're just going to be standard panel garage doors. Otherwise, that's fine.
I mean, we could do that to you and let the owner pick out. I know the contractor's involved in this, KMI Construction, but he could, I mean, they're going to go through a process of probably looking at what looks the best with the house. And we could submit, you know, a cut sheet on those, you know, to see if you guys like them or not.
are they standard, you know, are you just gonna, are they likely to just choose a standard door? I suppose we could include that in the motion since there isn't a real style to the doors. I think everyone probably assumes that it's a fairly standard door is what you're going to use. You're not going to use something, I don't know what, you know, sometimes you don't know what people will do when if they're not going to choose it before the meeting.
Gotcha. No. Out and send it over to see if you like it.
I wonder if, is that something that could be submitted to the city and the staff could approve it administratively without having y'all have to wait for another board meeting? Kelly,
Yeah.
would that be something we could do?
Absolutely.
That would be up to city staff, wouldn't it?
I
That's
mean,
why I was asking Kelly.
That's generally a minor change that, you know, Mara can administratively approve. You might want to include in the motion that that's a possibility, that the door style may change from what's represented now.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and then should we include that if the door style is changed, that it would be submitted to the city for staff approval?
Yeah, for staff approval. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to just add that, or should we start over again on the motion?
If you want to just say that, let's just start over on the motion. Let's make sure we've got it clear.
Okay, so everybody check this.
No more changes, all right, guys?
Okay, well, you know, it's good to be clear, so this is cool.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that we're all getting it on the same page as far as the agreement. Make a motion to approve 538 Olive Court as submitted, with the understanding that trim will be added to the garage that's similar to the trim on the sided areas of the house, that grills will be added to the garage windows that are similar to the house windows. There is an option to add more windows to the garage. And also, if the garage door style changes from what's depicted on the drawings, there will be a submittal to city staff for review of the new garage door style.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Opposed?
Thank you.
Okay, Mike, you're approved.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. All right, next we have 726 Landscape. Who's here to join us and discuss that project?
I'm here. I'm Bob Berkeley. I'm the builder contractor.
Okay, great. Welcome, Bob.
Thank you.
All right, a few comments. Who wants to start? Carol?
First off, Bob, is a question. What's the front porch step material? Is that concrete?
No, it's too many steps really to be concrete. We were going to do a composite material like Trex and do a lattice on both sides to close it off.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. We'll just, we can include that in the motion if everybody's okay with it. I think that that's just a good clarification. And then also, I just had a couple of suggestions for you to consider. One is about the faux stone veneer that's across the front of the house. It seems like it would maybe look a little more consistent if it were all one level rather than having it jump up to the dining room windowsill level. It would, you know, maybe just stopping it at the level of the front porch. So it would look more like sort of like a stone foundation rather than hopping up to be a wainscot at just that one point. That was something just to consider and discuss. And then also the possibility of adding another window into the master bath on that left elevation to break up that siding a little bit. And then it looks like right now on that existing garage, there's just one little window on the side. And while you were doing all of the work on the garage, I was just wondering if there'd be a possibility of adding a larger window there. So those were my items. I don't know if anybody else has any opinions about those, or if you would like to discuss your thoughts, Bob.
Well, the stone, I mean, I can, you know, we were just trying to give it a little more, trying to break up that front elevation a little bit by raising it up, but we could surely bring it down. My personal opinion, I've been doing this 28 years. I like the stone. I like more stones up there. But surely, if you guys agree to bring it down, I'd agree with you too. The window in the back in the master bedroom, I'm in the bathroom, I believe you said.
Right.
I'm thinking, I agree. I think I'd do like a big 6-foot long transom window up high to break up that siding.
Sure, I think that would help.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, the garage, yeah, I could put a bigger window in there. I mean, so I'm going to make the garage look like the front of the house. I'm going to do on the gables, it'll be the vertical siding up top and then the horizontal siding down below. So we'd match the house. And I'm all for putting like a 305 window in there.
Okay.
All right. Tracy?
We covered my comments in that discussion.
How about you, Angela?
Yeah, that covered my comments as well. I don't have anything else.
My only comment was, did you guys consider putting a window in the kitchen?
Well, there's really no place to put it with the cabinets, and then over the stove, that's where the hood goes.
I would agree in this case. It's an open floor plan. There's good windows in the breakfast area, so I don't.
Yeah, to me, I just looked at it from the outside and the inside. It's done. It's just not a big deal to put a window at a cooktop. It doesn't interfere with the hood at all. As a matter of fact, I have that's set up in my house, and I've designed a bunch of kitchens that have the same one. So, but that's why I asked. I don't think it's a big deal. I just wanted to ask. I don't understand when people say it's something that you can't do.
Then you'd have a hood sitting in front of a window.
No, the hood's above the window. That's what I'm trying to say. You don't have to have the hood.
Oh, so you're trying to. Oh, then you got then you got a stove there and you're cooking, and then you got a window right behind you. Your window's your backsplash.
Yeah. So
I would put a window
anyway, I know there's other areas to put a window along that wall as well. The project right after yours shows a window on both sides of the cooktop. So, it's not like something that never happens. It happens, I think, less frequently than it should. But I'm fine if you don't want to put a window in the kitchen. It was a comment that I wanted to ask. As far as the stone goes, I don't personally have an issue with the change in height. I think it does kind of work from the front. Myself, the fact that it returns is good. So I think it's really a question if you like the way it looks. I don't think, I think it was a suggestion by others as well, but so I think that's kind of your call. I don't really have anything else to add.
There's only one little item that was the end of the porch roof to bring the overhang back and make it flush with the house.
I'm sorry, say that again.
No, that was on the next project, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the next one.
That's the next project.
I can't keep my project straight here.
You're trying to throw me on all kinds of projects.
Yep. Okay. Well, we're good. I don't have any comments.
Okay, well, it sounds like we got a couple of revisions that you're open to, and let's see. Carol?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with everything we've discussed. I don't know, do you want to go ahead and move it forward, or what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think if we make a motion to include the items that are agreed upon to change,
okay,
we can move it to a vote. How do you all feel?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Can I review the list just to make sure that we're all understanding?
Yep.
So there would be the clarification that the front porch steps will be Trex with lattice enclosure on the sides of the porch. A transom window will be added to the master bath on the left elevation, and that a new larger window will be added to the garage, a 3050. And then also too, did we want to just include an option to alter the stone veneer level, or do you want to just leave it as is? I guess would be a clarification for everyone.
We should just leave it as is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that if everybody else is.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. Okay. So are we good with that motion as described? Leaving
I think so.
as it is? Is everybody good?
I think so.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Have a motion, please.
I'll make a motion to approve 726 landscape as submitted with the following clarifications: that the front porch steps will be Trex with lattice enclosure on the sides of the steps, that a transom window will be added to the master bath on the left elevation, and that a new 3050 window will be added to the garage.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, Bob, you're approved.
Thank you, appreciate it.
You're welcome. All right. Next project, 300 Greeley. Is there anyone online to talk with us about that project?
This is Crystal. I'm online for 300 Greeley.
Hi, Crystal. Well, welcome. Are you the contractor, designer, homeowner?
Contractor, designer, same.
Okay.
Did you guys get the updated copies that I had sent to Mara?
Yes.
Okay. To where I was over listening to the pre-meeting before, and I had the same question with the band board. Which the logical place be to put it, because we have that porch beam on the back of the house, and we also have the one on the front that don't quite line up.
Yeah.
There was a comment made that in lieu of that, maybe just doing a band board at the top of the foundation wall, level with the first floor.
Okay.
Which would mean you wouldn't have to do that slanted vinyl siding coming down along the foundation walls.
Okay. Well, we would still be more than the 2 feet exposed, though, for the back of the house.
I don't have a problem with that. And
okay.
massing wise.
It does get a little funky though with that walkout.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I was really talking about eliminating the siding below the band board. Is that what people are thinking? That's not what I had in mind. But
yeah, you could keep the siding, just put the trim.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, you could keep the siding as you show it, just add the band board. So you're trading out siding for a band board that helps sort of ground it.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Okay.
I mean, I think that would be a nice look.
Because it would
I wouldn't agree that it's a nice look, but I'll approve it. I'd rather see concrete than that.
Being from the porch on the back.
Yeah.
Kind of wrap around. Okay. Not a problem.
Yeah. My comments were, you already addressed one of them. You put the window in bedroom 2, which I thought was great. And I just wanted to comment that I appreciated the windows you put in the kitchen. I think it's going to be nice from the interior.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
a lot of natural light coming in.
But I didn't really have anything else to add. So. Tracy? Oh, I'm sorry, Carol.
No, that's okay. Go ahead, Tracy.
Yeah, I guess I'm just thinking about this band board that we're adding. Does it stop at the little alcove for the walkout?
It wouldn't go in there because it would be in line with the your band board, essentially, of that like covered deck. That, like how you have the band board or the skirt board there, that band would just wrap all the way around at that level.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of it down lower at the front porch elevation, but it's not. Okay, I see it now. I see where that would go. Okay.
Because that would be at your floor system.
So you're saying you're going to do a band board, and then you're going to pick up the siding below it?
It basically where siding would be on the rear elevation because of how we drop then on the rear of the house. We would have siding below on the rear, but I think on the sides and the front, we wouldn't have siding then below that band board.
I can see doing on the cut-in for the porch on the back. I can see doing full height siding in there. But,
yeah, and I've got full height siding in there.
Yeah, but just the band board would come to that corner and stop. That's all.
Yeah, right there, right at this where the stairs. It would basically die into the skirt board of the deck, the covered porch.
Yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is, if we're going to do the band board to be a base for the material above it, to take that same material above it, again, pick it up below it, it's kind of strange. I would either leave it just the way you submitted it, or I'd do the band board, and I'd rather see the concrete below the band board than more vinyl. So,
okay,
my mindset.
Yeah, I don't know about how it would look with the stopping and starting of the siding below the band board on the sides versus the rear. And I don't know that it would really enhance the house to have a lot of exposed concrete either. I would almost rather forego the band board than to have the concrete and the stopping and starting of the siding around the perimeter.
Yeah, it's either, if you do the band board, concrete below it, or don't do the band board. I'm good either way. So, and I think you're saying you just let the sleeping dog lie, right?
Yeah, rather than stopping and starting the siding, I would rather see it as is for me personally. And then, I wouldn't want to see that siding start and stop, or I wouldn't want to see a whole lot of exposed concrete either. I would just be in favor of leaving it as submitted with,
Rear of the house would be the main issue under the triple windows. That would be all, if we were to run that band and not have anything below, that would be a lot of concrete there. Yeah. Because that concrete wall there.
Yeah, I would not be in favor of that either, seeing all that exposed concrete.
Right. On the sides and the front, we wouldn't have siding underneath the band board. It would just be on the rear where we would have siding underneath that band board.
Yeah, I don't think that would.
So you're not
agreed, just don't do the band board, leave the siding with.
Yeah. So why would you not put siding under the band board on the sides? You just don't want to? You just don't want to do it that way? Or And I'm just asking. I'm just.
Oh no, yeah,
because that's not what I was thinking. When you said put the band board, I was thinking, you know, you would continue the siding because it's so far. And I mean, a band board, they have them in the middle of the house with the same material above and below all the time. It's all over Webster, so you know it's not unusual.
They have these tiny little strips of vinyl. It's just
right on the sides. It would end up with these tiny little strips of vinyl siding on the sides.
Well, and eventually, I understand that eventually, but it also goes. I mean, it looks like you said it's over 2 feet. So, I mean,
right. It's almost
it's
like
not tiny at some part of it, right? So,
right. The left-hand side, you know, is questionable, but the right side is a lot of exposed.
Right.
There's a lot of exposed concrete.
Right. And I agree. I think that tends to look, if it's not finished some way, it looks unfinished.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. You guys suggest that's what we, you know, if you guys want us to put the band board there, we will, or leave it.
I would leave it the way it is.
Would be the other one.
I think you're going to regret putting a band board on and then putting vinyl below it. It's like a little tiny puzzle.
And I think it's mainly because of the fact that it's so low to the ground. If the band board were up a little bit higher, I don't think it would be an issue. It's just aesthetically, there's not a good stopping point or a good spot to put the band board, like above windows or below the windows on the sides that would go with the rear.
Okay. Well.
So I do have one question of something I didn't notice before, and the trim on the windows is actually different on some windows than other windows. Do you have, is it going to be all the same, or is it going to be some are thinner and some are thicker? I was just noticing that.
Oh, gotcha. They're all going to be 4-inch trim with the 4-inch apron underneath. Yeah, okay. That's where I'm seeing that on the front. Yeah. They
okay.
Yeah, I noticed that too, that the fronts are like a 2x6 and the sides are 4. Yeah, they'll all match. They'll all be the 4-inch like a 1x4 trim with the sill.
I guess I'm fine with if the concrete would be exposed. I'm not really interested in seeing that.
Right.
But I guess I feel like it's just a lot of, even though I appreciate the number of windows that are in the house, it looks nice in that regard. It also is a lot of horizontal vinyl siding. So I guess I'd like to see something break it up, but you know, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what it is. It doesn't sound like you know, that's going to work out. But
anyway. Is the concrete at the stoop at the entry porch, that's just going to be a finished concrete edge, turn down slab
on the front porch?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll be just a normal concrete.
The columns are prefab.
Yeah, they're a permacast, 10-inch square.
Okay.
And I think one of the other items we had mentioned was the possibility of eliminating the part of the front porch roof overhang that extends beyond the left side elevation. So you wouldn't have that sort of wing projecting out to the side at the front porch, just kind of stopping that roof flush with the left side elevation wall. And then also eliminating the little part of the roof, porch roof on the right side that wraps around the front, just to kind of clean up those lines a little bit.
Okay. I wasn't sure where it was talking about that on, and I had asked Mara about it, but I didn't get an answer on that. But Tori, yeah, that's that should not be an issue in being able to eliminate that on both the left and the right.
I mean, I don't know if anybody could see, I kind of scribbled that for myself on there. That's what I was talking about. Can you see the red?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Thank you.
A very simple house, and that it makes it even simpler.
Right.
All right. I feel like we could move this to vote. How's everyone else feel?
Yes.
I think so. Angela, what were you, I mean, I was thinking about, I'm looking at the back elevation. I'm wondering if it makes sense to put board and batten kind of
in the gable.
Yeah.
Kind of,
I mean, that's the tallest area. Yeah. I don't know if that would help kind of, that's where you see a lot of siding.
Yeah, that's true. And having that in the front would break up that siding.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually, I was thinking that too. I don't know if you're open to adding the trim and the board and batten up there. Yeah. But Tracy, actually, I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It'd be nice to do some, people don't often do that on the back of these new homes, you know, so it would be nice to see.
Because of this house being on the corner, you're gonna see that with how this house is sitting on that lot. You will definitely see that on Lafayette.
So you're agreeable to do that, right?
Say that again?
You're agreeable to do that?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, then it's done. Great.
Great, that would be good. Yeah, thanks, Tracy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got the board and batten and the band board on the back. All the trim on the windows will match. Am I missing anything?
Did you want to add the verification of the 10-inch by 10-inch columns and then the overhang on the porch?
Yep, the front elevation will have that removed. I think that's everything. Crystal?
Yep, I'm good.
You're good with all that? Okay, great. With that, we can move it to a vote, and I'll ask for a motion.
Like to
I'll make a motion. Oh, go ahead, whoever.
I was going to say, Carol's going to do it again. She's been making all of them.
You're on.
I'll make a motion to approve 300 Greeley Avenue with the following clarifications. There'll be a band board and board and batten siding added to the gable at the rear of the house. All of the trim at the windows will match, and the roof overhang at the front porch will be brought in to be co-planar with the walls. Is that everything? Okay.
Second from somebody.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? All right, Crystal, you're approved.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, Kelly and Will or Emerson, anything else?
Nope, you just adjourn us.
All right. Thanks, everyone. A meeting is adjourned. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Carol, just second that way.
Actually, Ken was the one who made the first second, and Bob didn't hear him. It was really, it was,
As soon as she got on it.
yeah, it cut everybody. It just, yeah, it made it spotty.